We shall see. The countdown has begun. Give it up for QxGiNkA and HeavOnEarth, guys.
So if QxGiNkA does win this, we will have a PvP Grand Finals. If HeavOnEarth should prevail, it'll be a ZVP. But your top 3 players, in some fashion, some order, state QxGiNkA and HeavOnEarth. I would say 2 out of those 3 are very expected. HeavOnEarth has been kind of the surprise of this tournament, taking out QxGiNkA even earlier on.
Yeah, and HeavOnEarth actually took out someone else really good. Axel. He took me out.
Oh, wow.
3. Yeah.
Wow. He was the Quantic killer then.
Hey, man, QxGiNkA's going to take revenge, maybe. Not that I'm biased or anything.
Good, right, of course. Yeah. The baby was very subtle. HeavOnEarth, playing up normally. Thank you very much. Green sign over there. Appreciate that. Of course, the design flaw of the stage is there are no cameras here, so you're just showing me the sign. It's like, thank you. Yep. Maybe that makes it on there. Maybe not. We'll see.
The camera's right here. You can, like, bring the sign and then, if you want.
Casually put it right in front of the camera and enrage the internet real quick. Okay. Probe scouting across the map. Pylon placed in a typical Forge Expand build. Spot. Just checking to see if HeavOnEarth wants to do anything kind of ugly. No drone hiding here. Not that I can see.
Yeah. So, if a drone does choose to go out to the natural expansion, QxGiNkA should be able to follow it, stalk it, and then eventually block that expansion. QxGiNkA not messing around, just going to chill. Never mind, turning around.
Yep.
And look at that.
Just looks right on back. So spawning pool does go down.
Yep.
This will not be a hatch first build.
Interestingly enough, still no gas. It's a pretty big tell. It means not, no crazy aggression builds. At least as of right now. That could change, sure. But now the drone get to try to take that hatchery.
I mean, on a map like this, where your natural and your third are so accessible to you, gasless openings are very strong.
Agreed.
You can just get your 3 hatcheries up really quick, connect them by creep, and you're fairly safe against most openings. I think that would be why you would pick this map. The other thing here, too, is the high yield expansion could be a priority. We've seen Nestea do that fairly fast. I know that Lucira is a fan of taking those bases.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's going to want to put it. I mean, that's also a really risky maneuver. And when you've got your back up against the wall 0-1 in this best of 3, I don't know if you want to take that big of a risk.
Yeah, and with such an accessible third as well, that would be very interesting indeed. But QxGiNkA is still checking on the gas. The gas just now going down. QxGiNkA hasn't seen it just yet. But behind this, putting down a Nexus, and look at this. Next to that pylon, a gateway. I thought it was going to be something exciting.
It could someday. But
it was in a unique location, and
that's true.
I think he was trying to hide it, but it's just a gateway.
Now, wonder if that cannon reaches that pylon. I think it does.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
But HeavOnEarth, just kind of looking around for that probe. Uh-oh. There it is. Okay, good. Well, I don't mean good, because I'm not rooting for HeavOnEarth, but it would be kind of anticlimactic if it ended that way.
That was interesting. The drone was going up the ramp, saw the probe coming down, then retreated back so the probe wouldn't see it. HeavOnEarth trying to disguise the fact that he's going for a fast third here, Jeff.
Very good. Very good indeed. He will run down that probe.
Oh.
This is like the most intense stalker situation you've ever seen in your life. Zergan will just literally not leave that probe alone.
The probe is terrified, man.
Yeah. It's not good. Now, pretty good cannon situation for QxGiNkA. No Ling run by will get through this as far as I'm concerned, but they're not, I mean, I don't know, he's not reading an all-in, so I guess we're not really worried about it, but this is very scouting based. If you don't know that you're safe from an all-in, these are pretty bad cannons at this point in my time. Well, okay, a third one does go down.
Yeah, putting a third one on there. And QxGiNkA has both of his gases saturated in his main, adding on a pylon. Not a bad choice. Question is, when he's going to take the third and fourth gas, or just the third gas? Keep an eye on that. QxGiNkA's probe looks like he wants to do something there, putting down a gateway in front of that pylon. Meanwhile, back in HeavOnEarth's base, both gases in his main being taken, and might get a layer pretty. Actually, he doesn't have a lean speed yet, so that will be the first thing he gets, I would imagine.
And just now taking the gas too. I mean, he's saturated one, he's taking the other, but he was drone heavy up until this point.
Yes.
That's indicative if you look at how many drones he's made.
Wow.
It's 38 versus the 29 probes of the Protoss player. I think you're right. I think it'll be Metabolic speed upgrade first. But he's even saturating his third right now. There is a probe loose on the map. Not quite sure how it got here so undetected.
Yeah.
But this is a pylon away from being a troublemaker.
Yeah, he's going into the third there, seeing how many drones are there. Maybe a little bit concerned because it's a lot of drones at the third this early in the game. Income tab shows HeavOnEarth going up to 49 to 31 harvesters. Okay, that was... For a second I thought that probe was just going to walk right over there, grab a mineral for himself, and then chill in the corner. Taken down. Be a bad mistake on the Zerg player's behalf, but that's not going to be the issue. Now, a robotics facility does go down. Again, QxGiNkA has liked to shown that he'll get 1 to 3 observers out, sometimes mostly 2. Get that good information, and then just go straight Colossus behind this. Just the most straight-up macro player you've ever seen. Yeah, I mean, observer's so important in seeing what your opponent is doing, and robotics facility does in fact finish. Observer on the way. iNcontroL, you're calling it so far. Will a second one come out, though? I think so. Probably. Pretty typically. Probably. Had the pleasure of casting a few QxGiNkA games thus far. A lot of Zergs have been hitting his windshield. Indeed. And that's not his favorite matchup, I'll tell you that much. Really, yeah. And he's had to face a lot of Zergs in this tournament. But after losing to HeavOnEarth in the winner's bracket, proved to be pretty strong. I mean, taking out many strong Zergs throughout the loser's bracket, so pretty cool to see. But HeavOnEarth right now looking pretty good, getting that third base saturated. Adding on a gas at his natural expansion layer is complete. Putting a Baneling Nest down and also getting +1 melee and a ground carapace. But now QxGiNkA is actually perhaps taking this a different route. He's going Twilight Council. I do not see a robotics bay anywhere. Getting a warp prism for himself. Could be some kind of blink stalker strategy. He's facing an extremely well saturated double Evo chamber Ling based HeavOnEarth, which means counters are a huge concern, but also overextending yourself. So, I mean, QxGiNkA's got to be really careful here. Looks like he's taking a look at the third. He might want to take it. Uh-oh. Ling's up narrowly misses that herd of Zerglings. Got to be careful. Do not want to get your sentries lost this early on in the game. One Ling going to try to be a hero and get some scouting information done. Sees the Warp Prism, I think. That would actually be a big deal. And a Dark Shrine is on the way, Jeff. And QxGiNkA, once again, has a probe that snuck out. This is going to almost certainly turn into a proxy pylon for some great warp-ins. Yep. There it goes. Now, what does QxGiNkA have in store? He's also going Blink here. Dark Shrine should have a lot of strength in terms of, well, I mean, look at that. There's actually an observer inside the base of the main of the Zerg. And he sees, okay, you've got no detection right now. How's about I drop some Dark Templar? Whoop. Uh-oh. Battery died. You gotta say that to them. Gotta get the battery fixed on Jeff's mic, so hold on a second for that. But QxGiNkA's gonna get surrounded here. All these Zealots and Stalkers might in fact go down. Getting caught out of position a little bit. 2 more Stalkers coming in from the natural expansion. And these Lings doing a lot of damage to QxGiNkA. Meanwhile, where'd the Warp Prism go? I do not see the Warp Prism. Where's the Warp Prism? There it is, the top side of the map. Not doing anything yet, but here we go. Ling run by into the natural expansion. Just teasing. Gonna be backing away again. And here we go, the Warp Prism going into the main base of HeavOnEarth. Sentry going down, 2 sentries, 3 sentries, 4 sentries, split down, first field into the mineral line. Doing so much damage, blocking the path to the minerals. Another one. Forgot I'm the camera, guys, I apologize. And warping in 4 Dark Templars as well. One of the Dark Templars is awkwardly stuck. I'm not sure whether your mic issue is
I'm good.
Fixed? Okay.
We're good.
Just back.
We're all fixed. Now this spawning pool should go down. And with those sentries back there, this is creating a really weird situation for HeavOnEarth. But HeavOnEarth, outside of what's going on in his main, is trading really well. He canceled the third. He got that army outside of QxGiNkA's base, and he killed the proxy pylon. So I don't... Oh wow, and Mutas now. This is it's kind of weird that this is the first time we're seeing Mutas actually on this stage. Mutas are great in this matchup. Yes, Mutas are very good, and that's one thing QxGiNkA does not like at all. He has told me that 3 Dark Templars being dropped to deal with these Lings. They're going to run away as fast as they can. But these Mutas could actually track down... Testing. Oh my god, battery's dead. Someone is messing with our microphones. Warp Prism. No, like, just carry along. Never mind. And he dies. Now, Inka's in a tough spot. He did make Colossus, but unless that Colossus trips over and shoots up in the air on accident, it's no good against those Mutalisks. Well, you don't have to do that, Inka. Don't throw it away. Come on. It's good against other stuff, buddy. Let's not give up just yet. Now, Inka is on 2 bases, and he's stuck for a while. The thing about Mutas is that they can keep a player pinned for a long time, and Inka's already lost quite a bit with that harass that he was doing. So, where he goes from here, I don't quite know. Are you all good to go?
I think I am.
There you are. Yep, you can tell.
Well, the thing here is, Inka did research Blink pretty early on in the game, so that's a suitable counter to Mutas, you would think.
Yeah.
But when the Zerg player gets like a ridiculous amount of Mutas on the field, it doesn't matter how many Blink Stalkers you have sometimes.
Yeah.
But here we go, Inka, excuse me, going to be approaching the middle of the map here, taking out an Overlord, but HeavOnEarth at 181 supply to the 116 of Inka, albeit a lot of that supply is in Mutas, but he does have a huge standing army, Jeff.
Uh-oh. This is a new battle, Mutas, but Inka, this is a strong timing. It's going to come down to this fight here. Single banding, not doing anything. Zerg's just around, and this might just be too much. Inka's losing all his anti-air. And oh no, they blinked himself up into the worst tree fort possible, and Inka has lost his whole army. And this lone DT can only do so much. So HeavOnEarth has tied it up. We're going to go to a Game 3. The winner stays, the loser pays. The map will be Xel'Naga Caverns.
1-1.
Quick editor's note, the loser doesn't actually pay anything.
Thanks for getting that out there, Jeff. You don't want to confuse anyone.
Be some very upset netizens.
Last thing we want. Hopefully our batteries work this entire game. I feel like Inka has a game plan, Jeff. He literally said Xel'Naga right when that game ended.
Yeah, well, I mean, he probably